A great night last night from Fenway Park. The Red Sox are trying to keep the momentum going. It's Game 3 of the 4-game series between the Cleveland Indians and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, as always, joined by Jerry Remy. Welcome to Red Sox Baseball. Well, tonight, Tim Wakefield going for that win number 200, his second try at 200.
He almost had it last time out. He pitched very well against the Chicago White Sox over the weekend, but, of course, the Red Sox could not get enough runs for him in that ball game. He'll try again tonight against the Cleveland Indians, and what a thrill it would be for him to get number 200 right here at Fenway Park. When we look at this graphic, we're going to show you, where he stands on the Red Sox career leaders, and look at those names. Roger Clemens with 192, Cy Young 192, and Tim Wakefield at 185. Of course, the focus right now is 200 for him. He'd love to get in front of this Fenway crowd that have been so supportive of him since the day he put on a Red Sox uniform.
Well, last night we saw some of the Cleveland bats, and we have seen them in this series. They're very good, and they're very young. We'll come back and take a look at the youth movement going on in Cleveland right after this. Series between the Indians and the Red Sox. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. The Cleveland Indians back in town here tonight to take on the Red Sox, a very young Cleveland Indians team. They have reinvented themselves a couple of times since being in the 2007 American League Championship Series against the Red Sox, and that, of course, includes a change of the managers, as now Manny Act is at the helm of this young Indians team as we take a look at where they fall as far as age goes in the major leagues. The Indians are the second youngest team in the majors, averaging 27 years of age. Only team younger is the Kansas City Royals, who we just saw. Of the 25 players on the active roster, 15 of them are 26 years old or younger, and only 5 are above the age of 30. Perhaps even more impressive, the other 4 youngest teams besides the Indians, well, they're all in last place. The Red Sox, by the way, are the oldest team in the league, averaging just over 30 years of age. Well, the Indians team has changed a lot, and we talk about their newcomer coming up here with Heidi Watney. Heidi?
Well done, that's right. Ubaldo Jimenez joined his new team here in Boston today, and while he's just getting to know his new teammates, he does know Fenway Park. The last time he was here was the 2007 World Series. He said a lot has changed since then. Most notably, he doesn't feel like he has to prove himself anymore.
I am a more mature pitcher. I mean, when I was here in the 2007 World Series, I just got called up. I was really excited. I was like, I had to go there and show everyone what I'm capable of doing. But right now, I mean, it's not like I'm just gonna go out there and do my thing. It's not like I'm gonna have to show everyone how I'm gonna be or what kind of, pitcher I'm gonna be, and I know what I'm capable of doing.
Jimenez said his last start in Colorado was difficult because he thought he had been traded and he didn't think he was a part of the team anymore, and then he had to go out and take the mound anyway. He said the first person to greet him in the clubhouse was, of course, Justin Masterson. We all know him from his time in Boston. Obviously, always a very friendly guy, and you'll hear from Justin Masterson in tomorrow's pregame show. But Jimenez said he likes coming over to the American League. He doesn't have to worry about base running or hitting anymore. Don?
Kevin Youkilis was ejected late in last night's game. He's back in the lineup tonight. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs in the last 4 games. Sox and Indians are coming your way next. Park, the Red Sox have taken the field, led by Tim Wakefield. So let's check out the visiting Cleveland Indians starting lineup. Ezequiel Carrera, who's batted 9th in the first 2 games, bats first tonight. Jason Kipnis is at second base with Asdrubal Cabrera at shortstop batting 3rd. Travis Hafner is the DH. Carlos Santana is at first base. Kosuke Fukudome is in right field with Lonnie Chisenhall at 3rd base batting 7th. Austin Kearns in left field bats 8th. And Lou Marson is the catcher. He bats 9th, his first appearance of the series. Well, Tim Wakefield on the mound tonight looking for win number 200 of his career. His 24th appearance of the season, 15th start. He's 6-4. He's worked in 99 2/3 innings now with 52 strikeouts. And opponents hitting at .263 against Tim Wakefield, a loss, but he pitched very well last time out against the White Sox. 7 innings, only 3 hits and 3 runs.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Jordan's Furniture. They're second in the American League with 52 errors on the season. Kevin Youkilis will be at 3rd base. Marco Scudero, the shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at 2nd. And Adrian Gonzalez, the first baseman. Left to right, Kyle Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Josh Reddick. And Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for Tim Wakefield.
Umpiring crew tonight, Jerry Davis, the crew chief, is in behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. Angel Hernandez at first base. Mike Estabrook at second base. And Todd Titchener, he is the umpire at 3rd. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
And Tim Wakefield ready to work to Ezequiel Carrera. And the first pitch of the ball game to Carrera is in there for strike 1, and we are underway. Carrera hitting .288, no home runs, 4 runs batted in. We'll take a hack ground ball that is a fair ball, handled by Gonzalez, who tags the bag, 1 down.
Only thing the Red Sox had to worry about there, whether the baseball was going to hit the bag and deflect over the head of Gonzalez. It did not. He makes the backhanded play and gets the first out of the ball game.
Here comes Jason Kipnis. .226, 3 homers and 4 runs batted in. And the Indians' second baseman, who's showed some pop in this series. Remember the homer in last night's game? He, along with Lonnie Chisenhall, homering in the game last night. He's got home runs now in 3 consecutive games. So game 1 and game 2 of this series, and in the series he is 4 for 9. That misses inside, 2-1. That's Tim Wakefield's second bid for his 200th win. Last time out, as I mentioned, pitched well enough to get his 200th win, but could not through 101 pitches in 7 innings. That's in there for strike 2, 2-2. Tim had a good July. Red Sox won 4 of his 5 starts in July, and 8 of the last 12 games since he's been in the rotation. As this one is sent foul off to the left, and we'll do it again. 2-2. Now ranks first all time among Red Sox pitchers in games started, 421. Also in innings pitched, 2,951. It's on the ground to Gonzalez again, and again he'll take it to the bag and wins the race. 2 down.
A good start here for Tim Wakefield. Couple of ground ball outs, easy ground ball outs to Adrian Gonzalez at first base.
So 2 down here in the first inning, and it brings up Asdrubal Cabrera. Shortstop at 293, 19 homers and 65 runs batted in. He had 18 career home runs coming into the season. He has 19 home runs this year. A little pop-up, and Youkilis into foul ground to make the catch. It ends the inning. Tim Wakefield with a 1-2-3 first on 9 pitches. Red Sox are coming up. Red Sox are coming up here in the bottom of the first inning. The starting lineup is brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Jacoby Ellsbury in center field leads it off with Dustin Pedroia at second base. Adrian Gonzalez at first base bats third. Kevin Youkilis at third base in the cleanup spot. David Ortiz at DH with Carl Crawford in left field. Jared Saltalamacchia does the catching, bats seventh. Josh Reddick bats eighth, and in right end Marco Scudero, 304 average in his career against the Cleveland Indians, bats ninth. On the mound tonight, it is Carlos Carrasco, his 21st start of the year, 8-9 with a 4.67 earned run average, 117 and 2/3 innings, 80 strikeouts, and opponents hitting at 267 against him. His first pitch to Jacoby Ellsbury is up and away, ball one. 3 1/3 last time out. 7 hits and 7 runs against Kansas City. Ended up getting ejected from that game after Billy Butler and got a 6-game suspension. As Jacoby Ellsbury will chop one to first, and it is Santana who tags the bag for the first out of the first inning.
The defense for the Indians, they rank 10th in the American League. Lonnie Chisenhall at third base, as Drupal Cabrera the shortstop, Jason Kipnis at second, and Carlos Santana the first baseman. Kearns, Carrera, and Fukudome in the outfield, and Lou Marson doing the catching for Carrasco.
One down in the first inning. Dustin Pedroia the batter. And he takes a look at ball one.
Carrasco right now on a 5-game losing streak for the Cleveland Indians as we look at Dustin Pedroia's numbers on the season.
That's in there for a strike. 1-1. Only career start against Boston came in his final start of 2009 here at Fenway, a 3-0 win. Able to beat John Lester in that outing, as it is a strike, and it's 1-2 now to Pedroia.
A change up that time for Carrasco had Dustin a little bit off balance.
We talk about all the incredible numbers for Dustin Pedroia in July, and he wins the American League Player of the Month for the month of July. Lifts a fly ball down the right field line. Fukudome over by the seats, and he won't have a play. The play of Pedroia kind of coincided with the way the Red Sox were playing in the month of July. The Red Sox went 20-6. Best July record in the majors. It's their first 20-win month since May of 2007. And right now, the 1-game lead of the New York Yankees to start tonight's action. The Yankees are in Chicago again tonight, take on the White Sox. 1-2 is to right field. Pretty deep. Fukudome going back to the warning track to make the catch and bang into the wall. Went a long way over just after he'd got back to his position after running a long way for the foul ball, but this time he makes the catch.
And that gets into the very tough part of this ballpark where that wall catch up to you in a hurry. And Fukudome able to make the catch, then bang into the wall with his back. Takes a peek, see how much room he's got, and makes the catch.
So Carrasco like that. 2 down here in the first inning. Adrian Gonzalez the batter. This one sails outside to Adrian Gonzalez. 356, 18 homers, 90 runs batted in. This one fouled off. Carrasco is handed a 6-game suspension after it was ruled he was throwing at Billy Butler, and saw the numbers for him. 3 1/3, 7 runs against Kansas City. The outing did not go well. He was frustrated. Apparently he's going to drop that suspension after tonight's game and start serving it. His last 7 starts, just 1-6. In under the hands of Gonzalez, who fouls it off, and it's 1-2. 12-game hitting streak for Adrian coming in. Even 500, 25 for 50 during that stretch, and continues to hit here at Fenway Park and everywhere.
356 coming into the game. The next closest, Michael Young of Texas at 335.
1-2 is lined to center, and it'll get in for a hit. Shorts hops Carrera, and it's a 2-out single for Adrian Gonzalez.
Well, that didn't take very long to extend the hitting streak to now 13 games. He gets the fastball about knee high, right back up the middle on the line in front of Carrera for the base hit.
Now up to the 13 games, 26 for 51 now, and board here with 2 down in the first inning for Kevin Youkilis. He was ejected late in last night's game by the gentleman behind him now, and doing the home plate area here for the umpires. Calling the balls and strikes, Jerry Davis. As Youkilis takes ball one inside. 275 average, 16 homers, 76 runs batted in for Youkilis. He is now 3 for 8 in the series. And last night, another home run for Youk. As he takes strike one. For Youkilis, his 16th round tripper of the year. And Youkilis last night ejected from the game after he was ruled by the first base umpire, Jerry Davis, to have gone around. Youkilis got hot quick and didn't get ejected for a while until he got into the dugout and continued to argue. And that's when Jerry Davis had enough. Frustrating for Youkilis because, as we saw there and last night, it didn't appear he went. Crucial time of the ball game. Youkilis with an inside out swing, sends one to shallow right, falling fast and in for a hit out of the reach of Kipnis, the second baseman. Throw goes to first and there's no play at second. Youkilis takes second. Gonzalez to third and just out of the reach of the Indians second baseman headed out.
No, Youkilis almost got trapped between first and second base. He had stopped between first and second base, and it looked like the throw was going to go behind him, and then he was able to turn on the jets and get to second base in scoring position. Ball bounced around a little bit. Fukudome comes up with it. He throws to first. They would have had Youkilis had he going back. Instead, he just continues on to second base. Nice effort by Kipnis. He can't come up with it. And there's Youkilis hung up between first and second. Right here, he's going to stop. The throw goes behind him, and he just continues on at second base.
'29th double. He's safe at second, safe and secure. New York life. All of a sudden now it is second and third. All this coming with 2 outs, and here's David Ortiz. They try to go in, and they do for ball one. Poppy hitting at 288. He was cooled off lately, though. It's 20 home runs and 68 runs batted in. David won for his last 19. And a swing and a miss. Evens it count at 1-1.
And Carrasco going to that changeup on the 1-0 count and gets Ortiz to chase a pitch that might have been out of the strike zone.
Carrasco has not thrown a first pitch strike yet to anybody tonight. Missing his 5th batter. He's been behind them all. Ortiz lines it into left field, a base hit. From third base comes Gonzalez. Youkilis will score. It's a 2-run single, and the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead.
All this coming with 2 outs for the Red Sox. Gonzalez, Youkilis, now Ortiz to the opposite field. Once again, I believe it's the changeup. It is, and it's down and away, and Ortiz gets down with it on the outside part of the plate and lines it to left field for the base hit. So very quickly after the 2 outs, the Red Sox pick up 2 runs.
Now Carl Crawford with David Ortiz at first base. And Carlos Santana yelling into the dugout. He wanted to know what Manny Acta wanted him to do, and he wants him to play behind Ortiz and not hold him on the bag. As Crawford takes strike one. Oh, 245, 7 home runs, 37 runs batted in. In the series, he is 2 for 8 with a double and a home run. Breaking ball fouled off to the left out of play, and it's quickly 0-2. 3 of his 7 home runs have come against this Indians team. This is the final series of the regular season between the Red Sox and Indians. Already played 2 series in Cleveland. As the pitch is up and away to Crawford, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Those 2 runs batted in for Ortiz give him a total of 70 now on the season.
In the air to left, struck well. Kearns going towards the corner, and he'll make the catch back by the 3:10 marker to end the inning. But the Red Sox get a pair in the bottom of the first and take a 2-0 lead. Back at Fenway Park as we head to the second inning, 2-0 Red Sox on top of the Indians. Leading it off, Travis Hafner takes strike 1 from Tim Wakefield. They're part of our key matchup brought to you by Honda. 83 average against Tim Wakefield, just 1 for 12 in his career against Wakefield. That'll drop in there for strike 2. Saltalamacchia couldn't catch it, but it is strike 2. Tim's got a 2-0 lead. Knuckleball down low, 1-2. Hafner at 291, 10 homers, 43 runs batted in. Indians all-time leader in home runs with 173. RBIs with 603 as a DH. On the ground, the shift on. It's Youkilis in the shortstop spot. Throws him out, 1 down. Duke saying that's how you play short right there. Don't just beat the heat this summer, annihilate it. Hurry into Cumberland Farms Chill Zone today and fill out your favorite fountain or frozen beverages for just 79 cents. Any size, any time. The Chill Zone, only at Cumberland Farms. One out here in the second inning. Carlos Santana, who is shifted from catcher to first base, as he takes strike 1. Santana at 229, 15 homers, 47 runs batted in.
Another switch hitter electing to hit right-handed against Wakefield. Right-handed sitting 300 against him. Lefties at only 208.
In there for strike 2, and it's 2-2. Carlos Santana was diving back to home plate last night, trying to get Saltalamacchia in the end of the game. A swing and a miss. First strikeout of the night for Tim Wakefield, 2 down.
And knuckleball doing the honors for Wakefield. He had 5 in his last outing against the White Sox in 7 innings. Picks up his first strikeout of the night tonight.
Two down in the second inning. Kosuke Fukudome. I think at 167 since joining his new team. No homers, 2 runs batted in, coming over from the Cubs. Acquired by the Indians July 27th, a couple days before the trade deadline. 2008 All-Star. And this year with the Cubs in 87 games, was hitting at 273 as he takes strike 1. This will dart down into the dirt as Wakefield falls behind 2-1. Now Tim turning 45 years of age yesterday. On the ground to first base, handled by Adrian Gonzalez. He's been busy. Wakefield has retired the first 6 Indians he's faced tonight. Boston on top, 2-0. Baseball team anytime, day or night. Flip your radio on to WEEI Sports Radio Network. It's the home for Dennis and Callahan for every weekday at 6, and also seen right here on Nesson.
I'll be on tomorrow morning about 8:45. Dennis and Callahan.
Jared Saltalamacchia leading it off here in the bottom of the second inning. Red Sox on top 2-0. Sends it foul off to the left, out of play. Well, Jared last night pinch running for Jason Varitek and scoring the winning run. It's at 265, 10 homers, 36 runs batted in, and starts the second game of this series for him. Varitek last night catching Josh Beckett in game 2. On the ground, back to Carrasco. Nice pick. Fires to first base to retire Saltalamacchia. One down as we check back in with Heidi.
Don, as you guys mentioned, Carlos Carrasco has been struggling over the last month. He's lost his last 5 starts with a 9.13 ERA over that span. I asked his pitching coach, Tim Belcher, what's been the problem with Carrasco?
You know, fastball command, which is important for everybody. But in his case, it's really important because he has such a good fastball. He just needs to challenge home plate a little bit more with it. You know, there's times that he gets a little bit too picky and too pitchy with it, you know, and tries to pitch to the corners when he needs to pitch to the center of the plate. In some cases, against some hitters, throw right down the middle. Here it is, hit it.
Carrasco has only made 1 career start against the Red Sox. That was at the end of 2009 when he left the game in the 4th inning after taking a line drive off the forearm on Jacoby Ellsbury's single. Interesting note, with all the lefties in the Sox lineup, left-handed hitters are batting .316 off Carrasco heading into today's game. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Lefties David Ortiz chipping in already in this game with a 2-run single in the first inning that has the Red Sox on top 2-0. Now Josh Reddick, lefty, hitting at .331. 4 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Came into last night's game after Darnell McDonald started the game. Now Reddick to left field with a base hit. Austin Kearns will play it off the wall. Reddick will throw the brakes on and get back to the bag at first. 1-out single here in the 2nd inning for Josh Reddick.
Now Josh Reddick taking an outside fastball and going with it to the opposite field. A 2-seam fastball running away from Reddick. Nice job staying on that, and one hopping that ball to the base of the wall. Actually 2 hops to the base of the wall, and a long single for Josh Reddick.
One out, one on. And Marco Scudero hitting at .272. 5 home runs, 21 runs batted in.
It's a combination where Terry Francona has put the hit and run on a few times over the past couple of weeks with Scudero at the plate.
This is inside, and it's 2-0 now to Scudero. Scudero came into last night's game defensively at shortstop after Kevin Youkilis had been ejected. Mike Aviles started last night at shortstop, moved over to third base. This one fouled back, and it's 2-1.
Big swing by Marco Scudero on that 2-0 count. Gets the fastball inside, looking to take it into the monster seats. Fouls it back. Lost his balance after the swing.
Outside and low, 3-1. Wind has shifted here at Fenway Park, now blowing it a little bit harder at the moment. In there for strike 2, full count now to Scudero. Jacoby Ellsbury waiting on deck with 1 out, 1 on here in the 2nd inning. Runner goes, and it's fouled off to the right. As getting a start at first base was Josh Reddick. On the 3-2 pitch. Carlos Carrasco is 24 years old, from Venezuela, and was acquired by the Cleveland Indians from the Philadelphia Phillies. Along with Lou Marson, was all part of the Cliff Lee deal. And outfielder Ben Francisco still with the Phillies, as a throw to first. It was relatively close as Reddick gets back to the bag.
Reddick leaning a little bit towards second base on the 3-2 count. 3-2 count, and you're going. You got to make sure the pitcher delivers the ball to home plate.
There goes Reddick, and it's a fly ball to center field. Pereira coming in will make the catch, Bill of the cap high for the second out. And Reddick gets back to the bag at first. Follow the Red Sox with the MLB.com at-bat 11 app for your iPhone, iPad, or Android or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text at-bat 31826 or visit redsox.com for details. 2 outs here in the second inning. Josh Reddick at first base, and Jacoby Ellsbury coming up. Second time through now for Carlos Carrasco. There's ball one outside. Carlos Carrasco spent the bulk of last year at AAA Columbus, was 10-8. Columbus last year in Cleveland 2-2. After coming over from the Phillies in 2009, he was 0-4 after the trade with the Indians in 2009. Originally signed by the Phillies as a free agent. Maniacu's done a very good job here with this Cleveland Indians team. Swing and a miss for Ellsbury, and it's 2-1. On the ground foul outside of first, down by the tarp area, and it's 2-2.
And Jacoby last night having a slow night until that final at bat, when of course he got that base hit to drive in the run, the winning run for the Red Sox in that ball game.
First career game-ending RBI for Jacoby Ellsbury.
You win a game with a base hit right now, you take a pounding, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Wow.
Punched and
Yeah.
hit.
Jumped on.
Smacked. In the air to right. Fukudome going back. He'll have room as he makes the catch on the warning track. That ends the second inning. Through 2 from Fenway. Red Sox have a 2-0 lead. Top half of the third inning. Lonnie Chisenhall leading off here for the Tribe as Tim Wakefield misses away. Wakefield's got a 2-0 advantage and has retired the first 6 Indians he has faced in the game tonight. It's in there for strike one. Lonnie Chisenhall began the year at AAA Columbus. He's sitting at 265 and 65 games. Comes up here, he's hitting 224. And last night got his 3rd home run. Now he lines one to right, but it's right at Reddick who makes the catch, 1 down. I want to remind you to get one of the best sports sections in the country delivered to your home every day. Sign up now for convenient Boston Globe home delivery at bostonglobe.com/sports. 1 out here in the third inning as Austin Kearns makes his first appearance of the series. He'll drop in there for strike one to Kearns.
Austin Kearns in there tonight against Wakefield. He's 0 for 3 against Wakefield in his career.
That'll dart inside. Kearns last year started the year with the Cleveland Indians, playing in 84 games before going to the Yankees. Signed by Cleveland as a major league free agent this past offseason, coming back to the Indians. Had 235 and 36 games with the Yankees last year. Combined to hit 10 home runs between Cleveland and New York. One of the trade deadline last year to New York is one is grounded foul. Broke into the big leagues back in 2002 as a member of the Cincinnati Reds. In there for strike 3. Kearns will take with him the second strikeout for Tim Wakefield. 2 down here in the third.
Now Wakefield picks up his second strikeout. He got Santana in the second. Now he gets Kearns on the knuckleball. That dipped low by the time Kearns looked at it, but when it crossed the plate, it was a strike.
Two down here in the third inning. Lou Marson is the batter. First appearance of the series for Marson as he takes strike 1. 233 with a home run. 9 runs batted in for Marson. On the ground, softly towards Scudero. Charges and kicks it.
Scudero charging that ball hard. It looks like it bounced off the heel of his glove as he was charging toward first base. Right there, bounced up, hit the heel of his glove, then his leg. If it scored an error, which it is, it's his 8th of the season.
So a 2-out base runner here for the Indians. It is an error on Scudero. And here is Ezequiel Carrera, grounded out to first base in the first inning. He takes strike 1. The Indians getting Carrera along with Juan Diaz from the Mariners. Exchange for Russell Branyan June 27th of last year. Originally signed with the Mets and then part of the J.J. Putz deal that brought him to Seattle. Drops the bunt down out of Saltalamacchia. He'll fire to first for the out. That ends the top of the third inning. Coming up as we head to the bottom of the third inning, it'll be Pedroia, Gonzalez, and Youkilis 2, 3, and 4 when we come back to Fenway.
If you're looking for some serious summer fun, look no further than Foxwoods. All summer long, Foxwoods has something for everyone. From hot pool parties to free concert series to dining and spa specials, Foxwoods is your summer hotspot. Visit foxwoods.com for details.
Last half of the third inning at Fenway Park, it's 2-0. Red Sox on top of the Indians, and it's 2-3-4 in the Boston order. Dustin Pedroia, Adrian Gonzalez, and Kevin Youkilis to bat in the inning. Pedroia takes the breaking ball for strike one. Dustin hit one to the warning track in right field in the first inning, but Kosuke Fukudome was back there to make the catch. On the ground up the middle this time, into center field, a base hit. Red Sox with their 5th hit of the night.
Dustin Pedroia now starting a new streak, 5-game hitting streak for Pedroia as he takes his fastball up the middle for the base hit. Topspin ground ball that quickly reached center field. And the Red Sox have the leadoff man on here in the third inning.
Well, Dustin, who had a 25-game hitting streak, come to an end in game 1 of the series against the White Sox, started a new one. It's up to 5 games now. He is at first as Adrian Gonzalez stands in. Gonzalez trying to drop the bunt down to shift on.
Full shift on Adrian Gonzalez, tries to drop one down, almost like a sacrifice down the third base line. And he'd have been able to walk to first base had he got that down. Nobody in that area over there around third base.
Taken off too early and guessing was Pedroia. Now he'll try to get away, but they will tag him out. Trying to guess on that move by Carrasco, and he guesses wrong.
That's a helpless feeling for a base runner when you take off too soon. All you hope is that the pitcher did not see you. And right there he realizes he did. Pedroia gets caught in the rundown but tagged out at second base.
So caught stealing. The ruling there after the base hit by Pedroia. 1 down. Gonzalez grounds into the shift. It's Cabrera who will throw him out for the second out of the third inning. Let's check in with Heidi.
Don, it's time for the HP Touchpad MLB news and notes. The San Francisco Giants move back into sole possession of first in the NL West after knocking off Arizona this afternoon. The D-backs had moved into a tie for the top spot after beating Giants aides Tim Lincecum last night. Jason Marquez struggled in his debut for Arizona today. He gave up 7 earned runs over 4 innings. And Nationals phenom Steven Strasburg could make a rehab start on Sunday, less than a year after having Tommy John surgery last September. Nationals manager Davey Johnson said he hopes to have Strasburg back with the Nationals by September. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Kevin Youkilis batting here with 2 down in the inning. He doubled in the first inning. Ball and a strike to Youkilis. Swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes. He changes up on Youkilis.
Seen basically fastballs and changeups from Carrasco so far in this game.
On the outside corner for strike 3. Carrasco has pitched well since the first. Red Sox have a 2-0 advantage. Top half of the fourth inning. Jason Kipnis leading it off against Tim Wakefield. One base runner so far for the Indians through the first three. Lou Marson, who reached on an error in the third inning. And a flutter in there for strike one, 1-1. Five-year-old Jason Kipnis, one of these young Indians who last year was at A-ball and Double-A for the Indians, splitting the year between Single-A Kinston and Double-A Akron. Played 2 seasons at Arizona State University, 2008, 2009. First 3-ball count of the night for Tim Wakefield. So gets that one in there for strike 2. Went to the fastball. Yeah, hitter's count.
Yeah, right, Don. In the first fastball of the night from Tim Wakefield.
3-2 pitch is in the air to right. Struck well. Reddick going back onto the track at the wall. He leaps and can't get it. Kipnis has hit home runs in each of his last 4 games in all 3 games of this series. And the Indians are on the board with their first hit of the game. It's a home run off Tim Wakefield. It's 2-1 Red Sox.
Well, he got back-to-back fastballs from Wakefield. He got it on the 3-1 count and then again on the 3-2 count. And Kipnis, who has really been hot in this series against the Red Sox with the powers up again. 4 home runs on the season, 5 RBI.
So a leadoff home run to begin things here in the 4th inning. And it brings up Asdrubal Cabrera. Cabrera fouled out to Kevin Youkilis at third base in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. He's got 19 home runs on the year. Fouls it back, and it's 1-1. Mentioned Asdrubal had 18 career home runs coming into this season, but now 19 this season alone. Really coming into his own at this time, and he's an all-star this year. Back up the middle, and diving as Scudero can't get it. It's into center field. Cabrera's got a base hit. Back-to-back hits here now for the Indians to begin the 4th inning.
A very quiet first 3 innings for Tim Wakefield, but some noise here in the 4th. The home run. Now the base hit past Tim up the middle for the base hit. Scudero into the dive. Even if he makes that play, no chance to get Cabrera at first base.
1 on, nobody out, and Travis Hafner coming up. After grounded out to third baseman Kevin Youkilis in the 2nd inning. He is 0 for 1. After a guy who had 42 home runs back in 2006. As he takes strike 1. He's had some tough injuries over the last few years. Held to 13 home runs last year. This year he's got 10. Fouled back, 0-2.
Asdrubal Cabrera at first base has 13 steals on the season and caught 3 times. 13 out of 16. 81%. Very good.
Chopped over the head of Gonzalez. It's a fair ball down the right field line. As Cabrera heads for third base, going to be waved around. The throw, there'll be none, and the game is tied. 2-2 game. That was quick as the Indians come back, and this time it's Hafner On a chopper that ends up way over the head of Adrian Gonzalez. He ends up at second base, and this game is tied 2-2.
Yeah, you don't see that very often here at Fenway Park, where a ball bounces this high over the head of the first baseman like that. It's a little bit soft in front of home plate, but that ball bounced right over the head of Gonzalez in fair territory, and very cautious down in the corner is Josh Reddick as he plays it against the boards.
So Hafner in scoring position at second base. His double has tied the game, and now Carlos Santana is coming up. But first, Saltalamacchia out to talk to Tim Wakefield. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you in part by Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Commitment, compassion, and love of the game. Find out what we're made of at easternbank.com. Carlos Santana struck out swinging in the second inning. One of 2 Ks for Tim Wakefield. That one will get away, and Hafner heads for third. Gets here without any trouble standing.
Wakefield, his knuckleball breaking inside to Saltalamacchia right off the top of the glove. Santana, the first time, batted right-handed and struck out. This time he moves to the left side of the plate.
Fouls it off, evens the count at 1-1. Saltalamacchia charged with a pass ball, and that pitch had allowed Hafner to get to third. Another foul fly, and it's 1-2. Carlos Santana first experience in the majors came last year, 46 games for the Indians. It's part of the Casey Blake deal. Right before the trade deadline in 2008, came up in the Dodgers system initially. Count evens at 2-2. Tap down the first baseline foul, and we'll do it again. 2-2. Carlos Santana, 26 years of age, from Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. Last year with the strained ligament left knee, August the 3rd. So it was tonight a year ago. And what was a nasty injury here at Fenway Park at home plate. Collision at the plate, and Santana will be lost for the rest of the year. At surgery on the knee. And that ended his rookie season. He's come back this year, 15 homers, 47 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes for the second time tonight. Third K for Tim Wakefield.
Well, he's tried it from the right side. He struck out, switches to the left side, same result. Knuckleball out of the strike zone, but Santana chases it, and the Red Sox pick up a big out with that man at third base.
So the infield in with Hafner at third base. One out in the inning, and Kosuke Fukudome grounded out to first base in the second inning. Line down the right field line, foul. He's 3 for 19 since joining his new team. A ball and a strike to Fukudome. Well, the Indians leading the season series of 5-3 against the Red Sox this year. It's the most wins the Indians have had in a single season series since 2001 against the Red Sox. This is to second. Pedroia with the infield in. Took the runner back and then threw out Fukudome. 2 down.
Now with 2 outs, the infield can move back with that runner at third base. Ground ball right at Pedroia. He checks the man at third base. No contact play on and gets the out at first.
Two down for Lonnie Chisenhall. Lined out to Josh Reddick in right field in the 3rd inning. Popped up, foul ground. Saltalamacchia coming back, but he'll have no play. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Big cut for Chisenhall. Wakefield has 3 strikeouts in the game and now has 2 strikes on Chisenhall. It's amazing, virtually no rotation on that knuckleball. Wakefield ready with his 60th pitch of the night. And it's fouled back. Chisenhall hanging tough. Austin Kearns waits on deck with 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th inning. It's already been a productive inning for the Indians, who have tied this game 2-2. Chisenhall on the ground at third. Youkilis picks it, gets himself set, and just gets him at first base to end the inning. But the Indians get a pair of runs and tie the game 2-2. Sox Game Day Live presented by Uno. TC, Peter, and Heidi at 6:30. Eric Bedard makes his Red Sox debut in tomorrow's series finale with the Indians. He'll tell what to expect from the Sox newest starter. Plus, the Boston Globe's Michael Vega will have the latest news from Red Sox clubhouse. Live coverage begins tomorrow at 6, and it's only on NESN. I think we were just on TV, Jerry.
Love being on TV.
We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's kind of far away, but you can kind of see us. Ortiz singled in the first to knock in 2 runs. The 2 runs the Red Sox have. Adrian Gonzalez and Kevin Youkilis scored on the single by Big Papi. RBIs 69 and 70. That is in there for strike one.
It's one of the few breaking balls that Carrasco has thrown so far tonight. Gets it over for a strike to David Ortiz.
In there for strike two, 1-2. David didn't think so.
Take another look. Another breaking ball, it looks like. The slider outside corner.
Carl Crawford on deck, and then we'll see Jared Saltalamacchia here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-2 pitch. That's up and away. Full count. Carrasco has not walked anybody tonight. Has one strikeout through the first 3 innings. His second full count of the night. Ortiz takes the walk. First walk given up by Carrasco. Lead runner on for the Red Sox here in the fourth inning. It's time now for tonight's AT&T trivia question. Prior to last night, who was the last Red Sox player to have a walk-off hit against the Indians? That's for a little bit later. Jerry, normally Wally is here by himself, but I notice you have a new friend along with you tonight as well.
Well, the Lowell Spinners most recently had a bobblehead night, and they had Tito Francona bobblehead night, and it's actually a very good job replicating him.
Yes, he's a lot like him.
And they brought Tito a bunch of those prior to the ball game today. He was nice enough to give us one for the booth. So, but I know what you want to do with it, but this is what Tito does to you. He tries to get your hair.
Yeah, I know. That's a flick his
you get
head.
to a wrestling match.
Oh, look at that.
so now
Sorry,
you
Tito.
there you go.
Where's his finger so I could dislocate it again?
Should have put some tape on his fingers.
Yes, but it does really look like him. Everything about him.
The Lowell Spinners have a ton of bobblehead nights.
The 0-1 pitch is outside, and it is 1-1. So apparently it got back to him that we were talking about him last night during the game, or I was talking about him and how the finger got dislocated. So apparently there is going to be
there's going to be repercussions.
Yes.
If I was you, I would not fall asleep on an airplane.
That is exactly the message I got. This is in the air to left. Kern's going back, and he won't make the catch. Got too close to the wall. Ortiz being stopped at third base. It is a double for Carl Crawford, and his second and third, nobody out.
Carl Crawford taking the ball to the opposite field. A changeup, it looked like, down and away, and Crawford going with it. Austin Kearns right up against that wall, and the ball bounces hard off the scoreboard and then hits him, it looks like, and caroms to his right. Nobody out. They hold up David Ortiz to third base, so the Red Sox get something going here in the bottom of the fourth.
Jared Saltalamacchia coming up, grounded back to the mound in the second inning. In there for strike one to Saltalamacchia. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. David Ortiz at third base, Carl Crawford at second base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and a 2-2 tie. Swing and a miss, and a pitch down and in. And Carrasco picks up his 2nd strikeout of the night. It's a big one as he gets Saltalamacchia for the first out of the inning.
Looks like the slider again right here, going down and in and off the plate to Saltalamacchia. Also a very nice play by Lou Marson, the catcher. I mean, he got hit in the head with the bat. Saltalamacchia was falling all over him, and he's still able to make the catch on it and make the tag.
One out in the 4th inning. Josh Reddick is coming up. Reddick singled in the 2nd inning. Outside for ball 1. David Ortiz, who walked, is at 3rd base. A double for Crawford. He's at 2nd base. The band is back together. They got a lot of new members and starting to get it together.
Nice to see Rich Hill out there recovering from Tommy John surgery, able to participate in the band.
It's part of his rehabbing out there. (3-0) to Josh Reddick. Ball 4 down to first base he goes. It is the 2nd walk given up by Carrasco, and both have come in this inning. It loads the bases. Marco Scutaro coming up with the bases loaded, 1 out in the inning. On the corner, and it's 0-1 to Scutaro. Marco flied out to center field, and Ezequiel Carrera in the 2nd inning. Chance here to do some damage in a 2-2 game. Strike 2. Carrasco ahead 0-2.
Back-to-back sliders to start off Marco Scutaro, and quickly ahead of him. Both sliders almost in identical spots on that outside corner.
A walk for Ortiz, double for Crawford. Saltalamacchia struck out. Reddick walks, the base is loaded. 1 out, and it's 0-2 to Scutaro. Sad foul down the right field line, out of play. Scutaro protects the plate.
Got the slider again, but that time out over the middle of the plate, and Marco fouling it off.
On deck, top of the Red Sox order, Jacoby Ellsbury. Ball 1. Red Sox with a total of 6 hits in the game. Carrasco trying to work his way around 2 walks and a double in this inning. On the ground towards shortstop. Cabrera to second for 1, on to first. Not in time, and the Red Sox take a 3-2 lead. Ortiz in the back door. Scutaro getting down the line well, and he beats it out at first. And the Red Sox take a 3-2 lead.
El Cabrera had to go to his right. That's going to make it more difficult to turn the double play. And Josh Reddick at first base is going to get right on top of Kipnis to make it a little bit more difficult to get a lot on that throw. There's the slide into second base, the throw to first base, and Scudero's safe. So everybody hustling gets the Red Sox a run.
Now Jacoby Ellsbury coming up. Chance to get some more done here with Carl Crawford at third base, Marco Scudero at first. Third look for Jacoby Ellsbury at Carlos Carrasco tonight. Ellsbury takes strike one. No success so far for Jacoby against him. He's grounded out to first base and flied out to the warning track and right. Ball and a strike now to Ellsbury. 349 with runners in scoring position. Even better lately. 9 for his last 16 in that category. Trying to deliver Crawford from third base here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tried to hold up and is down 1-2. Yankees and White Sox are underway without a score tonight in the first in Chicago. It is Ivan Nova matched up against Philip Umber, we just saw in part of the Red Sox White Sox series. One-two pitch to Jacoby Ellsbury. Bluff to third, look to first, doesn't throw to either location. Runner goes, the pitch is inside as taking second base standing is Scudero.
You think at this stage in the game that maybe they would be throwing through, but not even an attempt right there as Scudero just walks into second base. Lou Marson really never came out of his crouch, so no intention by the Indians to throw through on the attempted steal.
Big spot here for Jacoby Ellsbury at 2 in scoring position and 2 down. On the ground foul down by the tarp. Dustin Pedroia waiting on deck. 1 for 2 night tonight for Pedroia already. Swing and a miss. Ellsbury strikes out to end the inning, but the Red Sox take the lead. They get a run lead at 3-2. Remember to get your Terry Francona bobble doll. Comes with messages sometimes. 3-2 Red Sox. $1,000 for every home run Adrian hits this season to select Habitat for Humanity affiliates in eastern Massachusetts. 1 pitch, 1 out. Austin Kearns lining out to Marco Scudero at short. And Kearns is out, number 1 of the 5th inning. Lou Marson coming up. He reached on an error committed by Marco Scudero in the 3rd inning. So we've talked a lot about Tim Wakefield and this possibility of 200 wins in his second try, and I think Tim would very much like to do it at home at Fenway Park. It'd be a lot of fun for him to do here tonight, especially.
Absolutely, Don. Do it in front of the home crowd. And this crowd that has been always very respectful of Tim Wakefield and he of them, to be able to get it done here at home, I think would be a very special feeling for him.
In there for strike 1, 2-1. Really is amazing. You look at the names that he is now alongside in so many different Red Sox categories. That's in there for strike 2, 2-2. Swing and a miss, but it gets a long way away from Saltalamacchia. He will not have a chance to get Marson at first base, who reaches. So Wakefield, who picks up his 4th strikeout, it gets away and Marson gets on.
These are the kind of things that happen with knuckleballs. The swing and a miss deflects off the shin guard. It looked like a Saltalamacchia. And way over to the batter's circle, the on-deck circle of the Cleveland Indians.
So 1 out and 1 on. Top of the order, Ezequiel Carrera. Tries to bunt, bunts it back towards Wakefield, but he goes down. Out is Pedroia, who throws to first, and a nice play. Dustin was charging, picked it, and threw him out at first on the bunt bid. After Wakefield went down hard, Manny Acta, the manager, out to argue the play at first base. And Wakefield slipping on the grass and going down, appears to be okay.
Here's the bunt by Correa. Now Wakefield broke toward third base and slipped as he tried to get it. Unbelievable. Dustin Pedroia getting it from that angle and able to throw to first base to get the out. That is a very difficult angle to make a throw from for a second baseman. And that's by also avoiding Tim Wakefield, who was on his back on the infield.
So Marson takes second, but now there's 2 down after the great play by Pedroia. There's Jason Kipnis, who takes ball 1.
You know, against guys that bunt like Carrera, a lot of times you have communication between the first baseman and second baseman. If he drags you this way, if I'm the second baseman, I'll take it. You just stay at your position. Let me handle it.
Wakefield falling behind now, 2-0. Marson at second base, 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th. Snap throw to second base, and back to the bag at second is Marson. Let's check in with Heidi.
Well, Don, I've showed fans some great food at Fenway over the course of this season. You don't want to miss the local treat that we're going to feature tonight. Delicious.
It looks good, and we've already had some.
Yes, we have. And it is good.
We can confirm. There is ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk to Jason Kipnis. It is just the first walk of the night given up by Tim Wakefield. Well, enter to win VIP tickets and pit passes for you and 3 friends to watch the MoveThatBlock.com 225 IZOD Indy Race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Visit NESN.com/Indy Race by tomorrow to read the official rules and enter to win. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 on here for the Indians. And here's Asdrubal Cabrera. Fouled out in the 1st inning. Singled and scored in the 4th. Fly ball to center field. Jacoby Ellsbury is under it. He'll put it away to end the 5th inning. The Indians strand a pair. We're halfway through this one. Red Sox have a 3-2 lead. Two years in a row by J.D. Power and Associates. Find out more of what we're made of at easternbank.com. Last half of the 5th inning back at Fenway Park. Red Sox have a 3-2 lead. And Dustin Pedroia, Adrian Gonzalez, and Kevin Youkilis. Pedroia back up the middle into center field, a base hit. His 2nd hit of the night, 2 for 3 for Dustin Pedroia.
Yeah, 2nd time tonight he's taking that ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Pedroia now at 37 multiple hit games in the season, and that puts him 6th in the league in that category.
Well, Pedroia, 37th 2-hit game of the season, stands at first base. Nobody out here in the 5th. And Adrian Gonzalez, the batter. They have made a change on the David Ortiz single in the 1st inning. Originally, they had given him credit for 2 RBIs on his single. They have now changed it to 1 RBI and charged left fielder Austin Kearns with an error. So 1 ribby for Ortiz, who's now up to 69 on his single in the 1st inning. 1-0 is lined into right field. A base hit for Gonzalez. Pedroia takes 2nd, and the first 2 have reached for Boston in the 5th.
And as we talk about multiple hit games, number 49 for Adrian Gonzalez. That's the most in the American League.
So Gonzalez at first base, Pedroia at second base. And here is Kevin Youkilis. He is 1 for 2, a double, and a run scored back in the first, struck out looking in the third. This one fouled off to the right, out of play. Yankees off to a fast start tonight. Got to Philip Umber right out of the gate. New York on top 4-0 in the first inning in Chicago. Just a game difference between the Red Sox and Yankees, and of course the Yankees will be coming in for the weekend. Youkilis getting the arms out of the way, and it's in there for strike 2. 67-41 the Red Sox, 66-42 are the Yankees, and they'll go head to head starting Friday night right here on Nesson. On the ground towards short, Cabrera goes to second for 1, on to first in time for 2, and a bang play at first, but it's a double play as Pedroia takes third.
Youkilis reaching out and hooking a slider. Rolling over the slider a little bit. The combination of Cabrera and Kipnis turning it over at first base. Youkilis hustling down the line, but not getting the call that he wanted.
So Pedroia 90 feet away at third base, 2 down here in the 5th for David Ortiz. Singled in the first, walked in the 4th, and came around to score in the 4th inning. And a slice foul. It's time now for the answer to tonight's AT&T trivia question. Prior to last night, it was the last Red Sox player to have a walk-off hit versus the Indians. The answer is Mark Loretta. An RBI double off Fausto Carmona. Hit came on August 2nd of 2006, exactly 5 years ago from last night. Jacoby Ellsbury helped the Red Sox with a walk-off. Loretta's walk-off hit, second in 3 nights for the Red Sox off Carmona, who was closing games at the time for the Indians. David Ortiz took him deep 2 nights earlier to give the Red Sox the win. The Red Sox now have 6 walk-off wins this season after last night's win against the Indians. And of course, it was the RBI base hit last night for Jacoby Ellsbury. Pedroia at third base, 2 down in the 5th. The Red Sox holding on to a 1-run advantage as Ortiz backs out. Ezequiel Carrera well into right center field and in the infield in the shift. Down and in, 1-2. Tim Belcher, the pitching coach for the Indians, looking on. Carrasco up to 83 pitches, works with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Give up 2 runs in the first, a run in the 4th, and trying to preserve this 1-run deficit for the Indians right here. Ortiz chops it into the shift. Kipnis in short right's got a long throw, but he gets it there in time to end the inning. Red Sox lead Pedroia at third base. We have played 5, 3-2 Red Sox. Top half of the sixth inning, 3-2. Red Sox on top of the Indians. And coming to bat here is Travis Hafner, then Carlos Santana. Kosuke Fukudome will bat in the inning as well. And Tim Wakefield out there for inning number 6. In there for strike one, 1-1. Hafner has grounded out to third base and doubled to drive in a run. The time tied the game 2-2 with his double in the 4th inning. Outside ball 3-1. Carlos Santana on deck. 3-1 pitch coming to Hafner. Outside ball 4 and a leadoff walk. Tim Wakefield has walked 2 tonight, and they've come in the last 2 innings. Well, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Fenway Park, you can etch your name into the history of America's most beloved ballpark by getting a personalized commemorative brick. Your unique message will be engraved onto a brick that will be placed inside the ballpark, concourses Gate B or Gate C. You'll also receive a free replica of the brick with a custom case to proudly display in your home or office. Visit redsox.com/bricks to get your brick today. Here is Carlos Santana. The swing and a miss, taking a rip at the first offering.
Now Santana again has switched around to the right side, so he can't quite make up his mind what side to hit from tonight against Tim Wakefield. He struggled from both sides.
Struck out from both sides. This one will be away, and it is 1-1. Second appearance for Wakefield against the Indians this season. Had a relief outing at Progressive Field on April 6th. Gave up a run in 2 innings. He's not in the rotation at the time, so he jumps ahead here 1-2. In his career, 12-8 with a 4.05 earned run average against the Indians. Swing and a miss. He struck him out as Saltalamacchia applies the tag for good measure. Let's check in with Heidi.
Hey, Don, I'm back out at the Taste of Fenway again, but that's because they've changed it up again. This time we've got Rhode Island style calamari. What is Rhode Island style calamari?
Rhode Island style calamari has a little bit of garlic butter, pickled peppers, and we put a little tomatoes and herbs in it. And the tomatoes are from a local farm, Wardsbury Farm in Sharon, Massachusetts. This is the same calamari as you get in the EMC Club, and we haven't been able to take it off since we opened, so it's really good.
Fantastic. So you can get it at the EMC Club. You can get it out here on Yawkey Way. Some calamari. Very good.
Center field where Ellsbury makes the catch in front of the door out there in straightaway center, and Hafner back to the bag. Fukudome giving it a ride, but he is out number 2 of the inning.
Yeah, puts a pretty good charge into it back toward that garage door out there in center field, and Jacoby Ellsbury tracking it down deep on the warning track. Back to first goes Travis Hafner.
Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 5 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. Walked 2 and struck out 5. Here is pitch number 85. And it's fouled off. There is action for the first time tonight. The Red Sox pen, Alfredo Aceves starting to warm up with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. This will get away from Saltalamacchia. Late break for Hafner. He will be out at second base. Saltalamacchia goes and gets it. A late break for Hafner, and it costs him. Red Sox have a 3-2 lead. From the Patriots training camp and tell you which former Miami Dolphin will no longer be terrorizing the Patriots twice this season. Plus, find out why Yankees slugger Alex Rodriguez is under investigation by Major League Baseball. All this and much more on NESN Daily tonight following Red Sox coverage only on NESN. It's on to the home half of inning number 6 back at Fenway Park. Red Sox with a 3-2 advantage. 6, 7, and 8. Featured here for the Red Sox in the inning. Carl Crawford off the end of the bat towards short as Drupal Cabrera slings it to first for the first out of the 6th inning.
Quite a play to end last inning. The ball gets away from Saltalamacchia. You can see the late break at first base by Hafner. And then Saltalamacchia throws a bullet to Marco Scutaro to get him at second base. Very big play in this game. Keeps a man out of scoring position and ends the inning for the Red Sox.
One down for Saltalamacchia. Grounded back to the mound in the 2nd inning. And struck out swinging in the 4th. Take strike 1. Now Carrasco gave up 2 runs in the 1st, a run in the 4th inning. Pitching here with 1 out in the 6th inning. Nobody warming in the pen right now. Ground ball foul, 0-2. Arbor Coat exterior stain by Benjamin Moore. Revolutionary waterborne stain that outperforms the best oil-based stains on the market. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer. Swinging a foul that gets the home plate umpire. And Jerry Davis, the crew chief. He's all right. Lou Marson went out a bit of professional courtesy to give him a little extra time. Swing and a miss. That one by him at 93. The fastball for Carlos Carrasco as he picks up his 4th strikeout of the game. 2 down.
Now both pitchers pitching well in this game tonight. Tim Wakefield and Carrasco. There's the fastball by Saltalamacchia. Second time he has struck him out tonight. Salty 0 for 3 on the night.
2 down in the 6th inning for Josh Reddick. Reddick has been aboard twice tonight. And hits one hard up the middle, but diving is Cabrera. It'll glance off his glove, and it'll be a base hit for Reddick. Second hit, third time he's been on.
A nice effort by Cabrera at shortstop. That ball hit very hard by Josh Reddick. He gets the glove on it, but it just bounces off the glove. Had it in the webbing of the glove, and then it just came out. He could not get his throwing hand on it to get up and maybe try to make a throw.
So 2 down, Reddick at first base. 2 hits and a walk now for Reddick, and here's Marco Scutaro. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th inning, but got his 22nd RBI, and it's a difference in the game. Scored David Ortiz from third base in the 4th inning. In the dirt for ball 1. Pitching line brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. 5 2/3, 9 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 4. Pitch 94 coming up for Carlos Carrasco. It's in there for strike 1 at 94.
He's not pitching like a guy that's lost 5 straight games.
And the velocity is improving as the game goes on. Scutaro turns on this. The pitch was headed in, and he fouls it off. Broke the bat in doing so. And trails in the count 1-2. The Yankees have upped their lead. It is 6-1 New York. They're in the 2nd inning in Chicago tonight against the White Sox. And Ivan Nova matched up against Philip Umber in that action tonight. Yankees able to win, as did the Red Sox here last night, so no change in the standings. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Sliced foul. Will do it again. 1-2. Weekday mornings at 6, catch the Dennis and Callahan Morning Show on the WEI Sports Radio Network and right here on NESN. If you haven't tuned in yet, try it tomorrow to find out what the rest of New England already knows. That's Dennis and Callahan, weekdays at 6. 2 outs, Josh Reddick at first base. Marco Scutaro waiting on a 1-2 pitch. Two and 2. 97 pitches for Carrasco, over his average, but short of his high. His high came June 29th. That was against the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's 7 innings and got the win in that outing. Here's a 2-2. Back to Carrasco. Fields and throws and ends the 6th inning. Through 6, it is 3-2, Boston on top. 3-2 Red Sox on top of the Indians, top half of the 7th inning. Lonnie Chisenhall with a big swing and a miss for strike one. Tim Wakefield back on the mound for the 7th. And it's the bottom third of the Indians order. Chisenhall, Kearns, and Marson. Fly ball struck well to left. Crawford going back, but it's going to be off the wall. Carl will play the carom, but into second base goes Chisenhall. He's got a wall ball double. And for the Indians, a good start to the top half of the 7th inning.
Second time he's hit the ball well tonight. A line out to right field. Back in the 3rd inning now, he goes opposite field and finds that left field wall. Played by Crawford, but Chisenhall in at second base with a leadoff double here in the 7th.
Well, we saw Alfredo Aceves warming last inning. He's now been joined by Randy Williams. So a lefty and a righty warming in the pen. Wakefield gives up a leadoff double to begin the 7th inning. Now Austin Kearns takes strike one. He didn't think so. Struck out looking in the 3rd inning. Lined out to Marco Scutaro at shortstop in the 5th inning. 0 for 2 tonight. 90th pitch for Wakefield misses. Wakefield threw 101 pitches in the 7-inning effort last time out against Chicago. Saltalamacchia thought it got it by him, but he had actually made the catch. 2-1.
Sometimes back there as a catcher, I bet you can't even feel if you've caught the knuckleball sometimes. You anticipate that maybe that ball got by him, but he caught it in the webbing of the glove.
One hopper picked by Pedroia, looks the runner back at second and then throws out Kearns. Nice play. The ball exploded as he makes the grab. It's time for a game break and Tom Caron. TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Back here at Fenway Park, it's 3-2. Red Sox on top of the Indians. Leadoff double for Lonnie Chisenhall. He's at second base now with one out. And here's Lou Marson. The Indians catcher who reached on an error committed by Scutaro in the 3rd inning at short. Struck out in the 5th, but reached on a pass ball. Strike one, 1-1. .94 is now beyond the average for Tim Wakefield, well shy of his high. 119 pitches that he did against the Tampa Bay Rays in a 7-inning effort. Back on June 14th, this will get away as he's fouled off. 1-2. Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care here at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org. Double for Chisenhall, ground out for Kearns. Now 1-2. That'll get away to the backstop, and to third base goes Chisenhall.
This should go as a wild pitch on Tim Wakefield as it gets by Saltalamacchia. And with one out now, the Red Sox will bring the infield in this 3-2 ball game.
It is a wild pitch against Chisenhall to third base. Swing and a miss. Wakefield needed that as he strikes out Marson for the 2nd out of the 7th. The infield can now go ahead and back up. 2 down.
A huge strikeout for Tim Wakefield. Leaves a knuckleball low in the zone this time. and Dowding out of the strike zone. Lou Marson now 0 for his last 14.
6 strikeouts now for Tim Wakefield. 2 down in the 7th inning. Ezequiel Carrera coming up 0 for 3 in the game. Carrera fouls it back. Swing to that first pitch, strike 1. Season high in strikeouts for Tim Wakefield is 7. He's got 6 here tonight. To right field, and this is trouble. Headed down towards the corner to one hop up into the seats. The Indians tie the score. Chisenhall scores from third base on the RBI double by Carrera. Game tied 3-3. Carrera picks up his 5th RBI.
Well, he gets that knuckleball inside and stays inside the baseball and hooks it down the line for the double. One hop into the stands, tie ball game, and here comes Terry Francona.
Tim Wakefield did not look overly pleased to see him coming out there. He's at 99 pitches. And he will take the baseball. Tim Wakefield to be saluted as he heads off, and now a tie game.
Balls. As a matter of fact, he got Santana from both the right side and the left side in this ball game tonight.
So Tim Wakefield, now in a 3-3 game, is still responsible for Carrera at second base. Can't win it, could lose it. As Randy Williams comes into the game, and this call to the bullpen is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Williams in to face Kipnis here in his 6th appearance, 0-1 with an 8.53 earned run average, 6 1/3, 10 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks, and opponents hitting at .370 against him. Ball 1 away to Kipnis. Williams allowed 2 hits and an inherited runner to score for getting the final 2 outs on Monday in the 8th inning against the Indians. So his 2nd appearance of this series. That's strike 1, 1-1. Way 2-1. Inning started with Chisenhall's double down the right field line. Kearns grounded out to second base. Wild pitch got Chisenhall to third. Marson struck out. And Ezequiel Carrera with a double that drives in Chisenhall, which ties this game 3-3. Three and one now to Jason Kipnis. Here's strike two. Kipnis was headed to first base, gets the bad news from Jerry Davis.
Thought the ball was down and away, but the call made a strike by Davis right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Ball four, he walks him. 94 that time from Williams, a little bit up, and he walks Kipnis. Oh, and the Sox win, you win. Buy any lobster sandwich at D'Angelo the day after a Sox win and get a free small sandwich on your rewards card. See participating stores or D'Angelo's.com for details. First and second, two down as Drupal Cabrera. Fouled out in the first inning, singled in the fourth, flied out to center in the fifth. In there for strike one to Cabrera. The Indians have tied the game here in the top of the seventh, now looking for more with 2 on and 2 outs. They have played the Red Sox tough in 2011. Late swing. Look out, back into the seats. Wally's got good seats tonight. The 0-2 runner at second takes off. No throw from Saltalamacchia. And Kipnis did not run along with him. The runner at first base. So Cabrera running on his own and taking third.
Had a huge jump across for 2 outs. The infielder's playing deep. Had a good lead. Big jump and an easy trip into third base for Carrera.
Go ahead run 90 feet away now for the Indians. Swing and a miss. Williams gets Cabrera. Strikes him out to end the top of the seventh inning. Game now tied 3-3. Let's check in with your need to know with NESN Daily presented by Sunlight Financial. Here's Jade McCarthy. Webb, the perfect stop on your sales tax holiday. Whether you're replacing a faucet or remodeling an entire bath, find your showroom at frankwebb.com. It is the last of the 7th inning at Fenway Park. Game tied 3-3. And Jacoby Ellsbury, Dustin Pedroia, Adrian Gonzalez coming up here in the 7th. More Carlos Carrasco. He has thrown 98 pitches as he starts the 7th inning. Ellsbury trying to bunt his way on, will drop it foul.
And again, Jacoby going down that third base line, trying to drop it right on the line. If not, it goes foul, and he has another chance. Nice attempt there by Jacoby Ellsbury. He's been faking a lot of bunts recently, but not dropping many down. This time he does. But just in foul territory. As you're running down that line with the back to the ball, you just hope it stays fair, because you know you've got yourself a base hit.
Pitch 100 for Carrasco is fouled off, and it is 0-2. Action in the pen now behind Carrasco is Tony Sipp. One of the good lefties the Indians have coming out of the pen. We've seen Rafael Perez in this series as well, and bullpen has been very good for the Indians. Inside ball 1-1-2. Red Sox 3 runs, 9 hits, an error. The Indians 3 runs, 5 hits, and an error. As Ellsbury chops one back up the middle, Kipnis fires it to first and just gets Ellsbury on the first out of the 7th inning. Ace Ticket announces their no special. The Red Sox pitcher throws a no-hitter at Fenway, and you purchase that game's ticket from Ace Ticket, you'll go for free. Visit aceticket.com for more details. Ellsbury retired. He is 0 for 4 in the game tonight, and here comes Dustin Pedroia. Takes strike 1 from Carrasco. Pedroia flied out to the warning track in right in the first inning. Since then, he has singled to center on 2 occasions. He joins Adrian Gonzalez, who has 2 hits, and Josh Reddick, who has 2 hits tonight, multi-hit games. Adrian Gonzalez on deck with 1 out, and then to get that far, Kevin Youkilis. Protecting the plate is Pedroia, still down 0-2.
Nice job there by Pedroia. Nasty slider away from him, too close to take. Just makes some kind of contact to foul it off.
In the air down the right field line, Fukudome going over onto the track, and that ball is into the crowd. Foul ball short of the pole. Some kind of obstacles Fukudome had to deal with here.
He takes a peek, takes a jump. But the fan makes the play, not Fukudome. And did not reach over into the field of play.
Swing and a miss. Pedroia strikes out. It is the fifth strikeout. And back to that slider this time. Pedroia couldn't get a piece of it. 2 down.
Yeah, this one a little bit farther away from Pedroia than the other one. No contact this time, and a couple of quick outs for the Red Sox here in the 7th inning.
Well, new season high for Carrasco and pitches. There's 2 outs in the 7th inning. Adrian Gonzalez coming up. Indians going to the shift on the right side. The Yankees add on to their lead tonight on top, now 10-1. Gonzalez grounds to Cabrera, the shortstop on the right side of the infield. Throws him out to end the 7th inning. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. We played 7, game tied 3-3. Live with TC, Peter, and Heidi. Get a breakdown of Tim Wakefield's outing, including his take on tonight's performance. Plus, he'll have the manager's perspective in the From the Press Room segment. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason Extra Innings Live. 8th inning from Fenway Park, 3-3 game. As Travis Hafner will lead it off. More Randy Williams. Got the final out of the 7th inning. He'll deal with left-handed hitting. Hafner here first, and then behind him is Alfredo Aceves. Warming up all along. In tight to Hafner, who has grounded out to third base. Double to drive in a run and has walked, so he's been aboard twice tonight. RBI is 44th of the year. In there for strike one, 1-1. We've seen very good work in this series from Franklin Morales, the left-hander Red Sox have in the pen. Randy Williams in here, worked game 1 Monday. Gave up 2 hits and allowed an inherited runner to score. Came in and with the situation with Cabrera at third base, got out of it. And after he walked Kipnis, he struck out Asdrubal Cabrera to end the 7th inning. And he now starts the 8th. Signed with the Red Sox as a minor league free agent, and previous major league experience with Seattle, San Diego, Colorado, and the White Sox. 2-2. Beach ball has come out onto the field in the triangle area. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 13th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout. Special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Out there having a good time tonight as we play into the 8th. A pop-up that'll make its way into the seats. Inside, ball 3, full count. Hafner now, Santana next, and then Fukudome expected here in the 8th inning. 4, 5, and 6. Foul ground. Youkilis going as far as he can, but will not have a play.
Pretty good battle put on by Travis Hafner here against the lefty Williams.
Line to center, but right at Ellsbury. In his tracks out there and makes the catch. Hit sharply, but right at Jacoby, 1 down.
Yeah, I mentioned put on a good battle, made good solid contact, line drive, but right at Jacoby Ellsbury in center field for the first out.
So 1 down in the 8th. Carlos Santana struck out 3 times. All that was against Tim Wakefield in the game tonight. Strike 1. Tim Wakefield ended up going 6 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, did not walk 2, and struck out 6. Part of the decision tonight is Tim came in at 6-4 and looked for win number 200. Will not get it tonight. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
I really thought Terry Francona was going to give him that one more hit at Kipnis in the 7th inning. He did not do that. Pulled him out of the ball game. The Red Sox did eventually get out of the inning. Kipnis did walk, but they got the strikeout to Cabrera.
And Tim Wakefield was only at 99 pitches at the time. By him at 96. Santana strikes out. Second strikeout for Williams. He's looked good. 2 down.
Well, it's been a tough night for Santana. That's 4 strikeouts on the night for Santana. This time goes down by the fastball. He has had a tough time making contact tonight against Red Sox pitching.
Two down in the 8th, and here is Fukudome. Grounded out first base in the 2nd, grounded out to 2nd in the 4th, and then flied out to the warning track in the 6th inning, 0 for 3. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Randy Williams with a 1-1 pitch. Fukudome hits it in the air to deep right. Reddick going back as it'll stay in the yard. He'll backpedal to make the catch. Deep right field corner. Williams has a 1-2-3 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th, tied 3-3. The game tonight, it's Granite City Electric's Red Sox final with TC, Peter, and Heidi. The final word from Fenway and a preview of Eric Bedard's Red Sox debut and tomorrow's series finale with the Indians. Plus highlights from around the majors. It's all coming up right after the game, and it's only on NESN. It's on to the last half of the 8th inning at Fenway Park as we are in the midst of a 3-3 tie as Kevin Youkilis takes strike one. Carlos Carrasco back on the mound. He got 110 pitches and is just off the outside corner, evening the count at 1-1. Youkilis doubled in the first and scored. Struck out looking in the third and then bounced into a 6-4-3 double play in the 5th inning. Action in the Indians pen. Tony Sipp was up last inning, back up again. Papelbon up for the Red Sox. Youkilis lifts it in the air down the right field line, falling fast and falling foul. 3 Indians were chasing. Fukudome from right, Santana from first, Kipnis from second. And it ends up landing in foul ground, and Youkilis will get another chance.
All 3 Indians, Santana, Kipnis, and Fukudome, running out of territory in a hurry. Different ballpark, maybe that's a catch. Not here at Fenway.
Ball 3, full count. Carrasco tonight has walked 2 batters, and it came in the same inning. Back in the 4th inning, he walked Ortiz and walked Reddick. He has 5 strikeouts in the game. David Ortiz on deck. Youkilis asks for time and backs out. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Kevin Youkilis to start the bottom of the 8th. Third walk given up by Carrasco. And Maniac has got decisions to make here. Lead runner on. David Ortiz coming up, and here he comes.
Yeah, he's made his decision. He's got to go to the left-hander.
Tony Sipp ready to work, and that'll be the night for Carrasco. Game tied 3-3. Got out to a good start in the first inning as they scored twice. David on this ace hit to left field. It would score 2 runs, 1 on an error. And then back came the Indians in this game. Another home run for Jason Kipnis. His 4th in 4 games and his 3rd of this series. Tied up 3-3 in this game as 3-2 actually at the time Red Sox had the lead when Ezequiel Carrera will drive this down the right field corner and drive in the game tying run. That came in the top of the 7th inning, and here we are tied up 3-3 now in the bottom of the 8th. Indians go to the bullpen and bring on left-hander Tony Sipp, his 50th appearance, 6-2 with a 3.05 earned run average, 44 in the 3rd innings. He's got 40 strikeouts and opponents hitting at 185 against Sipp. Red Sox have a pinch runner at first for Kevin Youkilis. Mike Aviles into the game at first. And stepping in on the left side is David Ortiz. David tonight with a base hit. He got credit for 1 RBI in the first. Walked in the 4th and scored, and then grounded out in the 5th. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh for 3 in his career against Sipp with a couple of walks. Tried to hold up, but did not. And Big Papi's down 0-2.
Both pitches so far staying away from David Ortiz. One low, that one up in the zone.
Seven and 2/3 innings for Sipp against the Red Sox, and he has not given up a hit. Takes over for Carrasco here in the 8th. Runner goes. Ortiz takes a ball to throw, not even close. Aviles able to steal second base and getting scoring position with nobody out.
Aviles gets a very good jump at first base, and it didn't hurt to have the breaking ball down in the dirt. So with nobody out, Aviles, who pinch ran for Youkilis, picks up the steal.
Aviles at second base. Ortiz took ball 1, so it's 1-2. Popped up foul, out of play, off to the left. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Eastern Bank. We believe something as simple as your checking account shouldn't come with a lot of strings attached. Eastern Free Checking. See just how good a checking account can feel. Aviles at second base. David Ortiz with a count of 1-2. Line to center. Carrera is there to make the catch. Struck well, but right in the neighborhood of Carrera for the first out of the 8th inning. No advance for Aviles.
We've seen a few line drives in this game. Balls hit very hard, but right at somebody. And Ortiz, line shot, but right at Carrera in center field. Couple of steps to his right, and is able to make the play.
One out. Aviles at second base, and Carl Crawford the batter. Crawford flied out to left field in the first. He doubled in the 4th inning. Grounded out to shortstop in the 6th inning. Ball 1. 0 for 2 with the K against Sip in his career. Aviles at second base, representing the go-ahead run here for the Red Sox in the 8th inning. Late swing, and it's 1-1. At second, and Aviles, responsibility of Carlos Carrasco, and 7+. And we have 9 hits so far, charged with the 3 runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks. And he is responsible for Aviles. 1-1 pitch. Crawford will foul it off. He's down 1-2. Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. A walk for Kevin Youkilis to begin this inning. Mike Aviles pinch runs for him and steals second base before David Ortiz lined out to center. 1 on, 1 out, and a count of 1-2 to Carl Crawford. Swing and a miss. Crawford down on strikes, 2 down in the 8th.
A lot of sliders from Tony Sip there to Carl Crawford, and he wins the battle with a breaking ball. Maybe the best one that Crawford had to hit right there.
The Indians continue to get good relief. 2 down here in the 8th. And a chance for Jared Saltalamacchia, as now Tim Belcher, the pitching coach, is coming out. Well, he heads out to talk. We take a look at the road ahead, brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Tomorrow, Eric Bedard will make his Red Sox debut. Left-hander who came to the Red Sox at the trade deadline will be opposed by former Red Sox pitcher Justin Masterson, who was sent to Cleveland at the trade deadline in 2009. Masterson is 8-7 on the season with a 2.57 ERA. Bedard, who is expected to throw between 75 and 80 pitches, and a 3.45 ERA with the Seattle Mariners. NESN's live coverage begins at 6 with Red Sox first pitch. There's the matchup for tomorrow night. Final game of what has been an entertaining series between the Red Sox and the Indians.
Very closely played in this series.
I'll tell you what is not interesting tonight, and that is the Yankees-White Sox game. It is now 13-1, the Yankees with a lead over the White Sox. They're in the fourth inning. Joe Smith is warming here and in the pen for the Indians. Saltalamacchia 0 for 3 in the game. He is grounded back to the mound and struck out twice. 0 for 1 in his career with strikeout against Tony Sipp.
Dono McDonald driving a bat. They're going to be very careful here with Saltalamacchia and the left-hander Reddick on deck.
2-0.
2 off-speed pitches to start off Saltalamacchia. The changeup and then the breaking ball down in the dirt.
Saltalamacchia laces one foul. He's out ahead of a 2-0 pitch. Cranks it down the left field line. It's 2-1.
Looks like he gets the changeup on the 2-0 pitch. He does. It stays up in the zone. He rifles it foul down that third base line. So still has not seen a fastball from Tony Sipp.
Strike 2, 2-2.
There's the fastball right there that picks up the outside corner. First one that Saltalamacchia has seen in this at bat.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Jared Saltalamacchia. Go ahead run in scoring position, and Mike Aviles at second base. And again, Sipp backs off. Looks Aviles back to the bag. Strike 3 call. Saltalamacchia takes it, and the Red Sox leave Aviles at second base as we head for the 9th, tied 3-3. game. In addition to being a great hitter, the Mariners' Ichiro Suzuki is also known for his defense. 10-time Gold Glove Award winner has thrown out 95 base runners in his career. Last night in Seattle, Ichiro, the one being thrown out, well, not really. Fan dressed up as Ichiro. The fan dressed as him, thrown out after he had played a fair ball and went towards the first base stands. It was a tough night all the way around. Ichiro, the real one, was 0 for 4. The Mariners did pick up the win. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. It was a refreshing hard iced tea. It tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted.
No, that's twisted.
That is pretty twisted. Mike Avila is staying in the game after he pinch ran for Youkilis. Takes over for him at third base defensively. And into the game for the Red Sox, Jonathan Papelbon, his 46th appearance of the year, 3-0, 3.45 earned run average. Non-save situation as he comes into the tie game, but 24 out of 25 in save opportunities. 61 Ks to 8 walks. Nice job by Randy Williams, who went an inning and a third, had 2 strikeouts, and had a 1-2-3 8th inning. Strike 1 to Lonnie Chisenhall. Papelbon last night getting the win coming into the game for the Red Sox. 10 pitches, 9 strikes in last night's game. Ball and a strike to Lonnie Chisenhall, who lined out to right in the third inning, grounded out to third base in the fourth, doubled and scored in the seventh. On the ground, right side, Pedroia plays a tough hop, throws out Chisenhall, one down in the ninth.
Split-fingered fastball that time from Papelbon to induce the ground ball. And Pedroia down to one knee to make sure it doesn't get through him for the first out of the inning. Chisenhall hitting on top of the splitter.
One out in the ninth. Austin Kearns, a batter. Kearns has struck out looking, lined out to short, grounded out to second. Action for the Indians in their pen now. Frank Herman. Swing and a miss, elevated at 94, 1-1. (13-6). White Sox not going quietly. It had been 13-1. White Sox putting together some runs. They're in the 5th inning now in Chicago. Blowing away 2-1. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, to stay with us for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on NESN. Strike 2, 2-2. Lou Marson waiting on deck for the Indians as they bat here in the ninth. Austin Kearns 0 for 3 in the game, has a count of 2-2. Little pop up. In comes Pedroia, calling and catching out number 2. Sunday's all-new Ultimate Red Sox show with Heidi Watney, presented by Arbella Insurance, features newcomer Eric Bedard. A sit-down with Theo Epstein, the best plays of July, and much more. Catch the Ultimate Red Sox show Sunday at noon. 2 outs in the ninth. 6 in a row retired by Red Sox pitching, and here is Lou Marson. Reached on an error in the third, struck out, but reached a wild pitch in the fifth, and then struck out in the seventh. Just outside for ball one. In the bottom of the ninth, Reddick, Scudero, and Ellsbury expected in the inning. There's a strike, 1-1. Marson didn't think so.
That's what Papelbon's been doing very effectively against right-handers, going away with that fastball against them.
Ball 2, 2-1. Check swing foul, and it evens at 2-2 to Lou Marson. Chisenhall grounds out. Kearns pops out. 2 outs in the ninth. Now it is 2-2 to Marson. Capacity crowd coming to their feet here in the ninth. Swinging a foul. Marson trying to keep from striking out for the third time tonight. Top of the order, Ezequiel Carrera waiting on deck. He knocked in the tying run in the 7th inning. Strikes out. A 1-2-3 ninth for Papelbon. Well, it was magic here at Fenway Park last night. Will it be again tonight? We'll find out when we come back with the bottom of the ninth. Channels by Toyota.com, Sullivan Tire, and by New England Subaru dealers. Now we head to the bottom of the 9th inning back at Fenway Park. Game tied 3-3. And Darnell McDonald has come out on deck here for Josh Reddick. And we'll hit for him to begin things here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Darnell at 167, 3 home runs and 13 runs batted in. McDonald in the series is 0 for 2, and as they introduce Darnell McDonald, he's headed out to make a change. So Tony Sipp comes out, and the Indians will have Joe Smith coming into the game. Pitching change from Fenway, game tied 3-3. Proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson during the 2011 Red Sox season. S&S Express will donate $500 to the Red Sox Foundation for every Red Sox home run. S&S Express committed to helping the cause. Darnell McDonald pinch hitting here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And taking strike one from Joe Smith. Smith, who started the year in the DL with an ab strain. He's now been in 46 games, 2-1 with a 1.06. Inside 1-1.
See there how tough Smith can be on right-handed hitters. He kind of drops down to the side, throws that fastball that moves back into right-handers, and also the slider.
He's given up 2 runs in 36 appearances, 2 runs in his last 27 2/3. Here's a 3-hopper out to second base. Kipnis throws out McDonald. 1 down in the 9th. So 1 out, and Marco Scutaro coming up. Marco flied out in the 2nd, reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th, picked up an RBI, and then grounded back to the mound in the 6th inning. Scutaro 0 for 2 against Smith in his career. Strike one, 1-1. A reminder to stay with us for Granite City Electric's Red Sox final. Complete post-game coverage coming up after the game from our Nesson studios. Scutaro chops it back to Smith. He's got it. Fires to first. 2 down in the 9th. Last night's hero making his way to the plate. With 2 outs in the 9th inning, and Jacoby Ellsbury.
One big bounce back to Smith. Plenty of time to get Scudo at first base. The ball gets over his head. It might be in center field for a base hit.
For Ellsbury, grounded out in the 1st, flied out in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th, grounded out in the 7th. 0 for 4 tonight. Strike 1 to Ellsbury. Ellsbury to deep center field. Carrera going back at the wall. He leaps and it is gone. Second straight night. Ellsbury has done it at Fenway. The Red Sox walk off with a win. Night 2 against Cleveland.
Number 18 on the season for Jacoby Ellsbury, the hero on back-to-back nights. Straightaway center field. Not much question about this one at left to back. What a couple of exciting games we've had the last 2 nights. Once again, Ellsbury gets beat up.
Let's send it down to Heidi on the field. Heidi.
All right, Jacoby Ellsbury, 2 nights in a row you get the walk-off hit. This time, home run, straightaway center field. Take us through that at-bat.
You know, I'm just trying to get something I could get an extra base hit on with 2 outs. Just want to try to drive the ball and get on base for the guys behind me, but it was pretty special.
I saw you took your helmet off before you reached the plate. You get beat up too bad out there?
Yeah, what happened last night, but that was exciting. I really don't know what to say.
This team has done it back-to-back nights with walk-off hits. You guys have battled the entire game. What does that say about this team and the stretch you've been on? You
know, like I said last night, we're going to compete to the last out, and Palpon came and did a great job in Wake. Hats off to him. He pitched wonderful.
All right, you go back out there tomorrow against your new team, behind your new teammate, Eric Bedard. How excited are you looking to see what he does?
Yeah, we're all excited. Try to win the series and hopefully get him tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Jacoby.
All right, appreciate it.
The Red Sox won it 4-3 over the Indians. For Jerry Remy and Heidi Watney, I'm Don Orsillo saying good night from Fenway Park. Join us again tomorrow for the final game of the series with the Indians. Eric Bedard will make his Red Sox debut. Coverage begins at 6 from Yankee Way. Let's send it now to the SNHC Television Center and Tom Caron.